forward and talk about the filtration methods. Filtration matlab, now this is not something you need to learn from here. Filtration we all know, you've seen filters. Have you ever noticed that you have an RO water filter in your house, or some kind of water filter, AquaGuard RO, some company ka water filter you have, and they always come timely to change something called a candle. So water filters have candle, and they say that you should get your service done, you should get the service of the water filter and the candle changed, because candle is a filter that has to be changed after certain time. So that is one type of filter. Then nowadays, thanks to the AQI that we have, don't we have air purifiers? They also have filters. So a lot of filters need to be seen, which are also available in the market. The average pore size, you can't go on learning the pore size of every one filter. Average yaad kar lo, that is 0.22 microns, which is a previous year question. What are the types of filters? There is something known as depth filters and membrane filters. So depth filters, like I was telling you, the candle filters that you use in water purifiers. I hope next time when you visit your home or you see any water purifier around you, you will see those internally there is a white color ka candle filter. Okay, then there can be something known as sintered glass filter. This is a sintered glass filter that you have, a sintered glass filter. Okay, so this can also be used. Then you also have seeds filter. Do we use a seeds filter now? No. Let me tell you, this is a seeds filter. If I show you, pehle to ye wala diagram rat lo. This is looking somewhat like one of the parts of, some electrical items. What do you do in it? Whatever, like you say, I want to purify water or any solution. You feed it from above and then you're going to get the purified solution from below. So kya problem hai, ma'am? How are you purifying it? You know how are you purifying it? So what are the filters? These filters are made up of asbestos. There are asbestos discs that are present. And do I know that asbestos is carcinogenic? Do you want to use asbestos as one of your water should go through asbestos and get all carcinogenic material and then come to you? Not happening. So is a seeds filter used? No, not at all. Seeds filter is not used. So yes, this is still a spotter that you get in the paper. Coming back, what are the membrane filters? You can see some membrane filters over here made up of cellulose acetate, cellulose nitrate. So these are the filters that you have. Now you will ask me that what are the different, uses? Where all can you use it? So let me tell you. I'm not telling you the water and the air which everyone in the world is doing. I'm telling you from lab point of view. So all the heat sensitive substances means all the substances which I couldn't do by dry and moist heat, because in my heat exposure I did not need. Like for serum and sugar solutions have a major problem with heat. Toxins, you cannot expose them to a lot of heat. Antibiotics and vaccines, everything that is heat sensitive, I don't go in for the dry and moist heat. I prefer to filter it out. That's a better modality for them. And the filters that are available in the market, next time you see an air purifier, you will see HEPA written on top of it or ALPA written on top of it. What is HEPA and ALPA? These stand for high efficiency particulate air filter and ultra low particulate air filter. Repeating, high efficiency particulate air filter. Air filter to hai high efficiency. Kitna efficiency? 99.97% efficiency. Pretty good. But we were still not happy with. So then we came up with ALPA. Ultra low particulate air filter. That has a 99.999% efficacy. And still ALPA is not something that is damn expensive. It's not something that we are using in our day-to-day air purifiers. HEPA is what you will find in most of the companies being used. What is the control? There is something known as, ab dekho, how will I learn it? Filtration. Filters, matlab what was the pore size? Bahut chota pore size. So you need a control bacteria which is very, very chota. There is something known as Brevendimonase diminuta. Brevendimonase is also a type of, it's basically a type of pseudomonas. Okay? Brevendimonase diminuta or even Serratia can be used for this. How I have learnt it is Brevendimonase diminuta, sounding like minute. Koi chota sa organism is used for the chota sa filter size. For the small pore, I use a small organism called Brevendimonase diminuta. So filtration also done. Coming to the next, radiation. Guys, radiation is going to be of two types. Before I start with radiation, let me make you do the ratta part of it. The control that you have is going to be Bacillus pumilis. How have I learnt it? P for pumilis, you make an R out of it, you get radiation. Bacillus pumilis is going to be the control that we have for radiation. So now you will tell me what are the two types of radiation that we have. We have something called ionizing radiation, and then there is going to be non-ionizing radiation. So let us begin one by one, starting with ionizing radiation. Let me tell you, this is the cold radiation. This is the cold radiation, that is ionizing radiation, and it is going to have it's going to penetrate into the substance. It's going to have a high penetrating power and it will kill the spores. Sporicidal. तो क्या क्या है? X-rays comes under it. X का gamma बनाओ तो gamma rays also come under it, and finally gamma is looking like a C, so cosmic rays also come under it. Repeating once again, what all do we have? X-rays come under it. X का gamma बनाया, so there is going to be gamma rays also, and this is looking like a C, so cosmic rays. These are all going to be ionizing radiation and they are cold. ये question आता है, which of them is a cold radiation? So I have learned cold. Who are the cold people? Cold people are those who give you very piercing vibes and you feel very uncomfortable around them and they make you run away because they are giving you such cold vibes. They are acting weirdly, so they have very piercing vibes, high penetrating power, and they'll make you run away. These are also sporicidal. On the other hand, non-ionizing radiation, which is known as the hot radiation, the warm radiation, means it will increase the temperature. See, अब इसको तो mnemonic point of view से देखा, but if I tell you from logic point of view, have you ever heard X-ray? You must have got an X-ray. Does X-ray ever increase your body temperature? Or X-ray, gamma ray, cosmic rays, do they ever increase the temperature? No, that is why they are cold radiation. Cold radiation means it does not increase the temperature of the surface. Whichever thing it is sterilizing, it will not increase the temperature. That is why it's cold. X-rays never increase the temperature. Whereas in non-ionizing radiation, there is an increase in temperature seen, so that is warm. Warm people, you will never want to run away from them. You will stay around them. So they have a low penetrating power. They will have bactericidal activity. Bacteria to kill hoga, but spores nahi hoga. Non-sporicidal they are going to be. These include the UV rays and the infrared rays. You must have seen infrared rays definitely increase the temperature. Those red color wala light, that increases the temperature. So UV rays also increase the temperature, sunlight, and infrared rays also increase the temperature. What are they used for? So please note, number one, it is used for OT fumigation, so for sterilizing an OT. And secondly, what is this dabba over here? You might have seen this as a table and a chair in a microbiome lab, and you might have seen there will be one person who will be sitting and working over here. Right? Very funny looking man. This is a microbiologist. He's working. So why is he working under this chamber? And ये blue color का क्या है? Why is this light all blue? Because they have put this under UV light. See, he's working with so many culture media over here. He will get infected. Everyone around him will get infected. So this is known as a biosafety cabinet. This is known as a biosafety cabinet. This is inside what a microbiologist sits. So that is why you've kept it under ultraviolet lights for sterilization. So let's do a recap. When we are talking about ionizing radiation, it is very, very cold. It will pierce the product. It will kill the spores also. Non-ionizing radiation is the hot radiation. Cold में you have X-rays, X का gamma बनाया, and cosmic rays. In hot you have ultraviolet ray and infrared rays. Sorted control I've already told you, bacillus, pumilis. The physical methods are over. If I have to go all the way back and take you to the physical methods, first you did heat, which was dry and moist. The second thing that you went on to was filters, which were very, very important. And the third thing was radiation. And under radiation, you did ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. Do you want to revise the controls? Of course. So this is not a table I'm making right now. This I'll make right at the end. Dry heat का क्या control था? Hot air oven का Bacillus subtilis or Atrophius or Clostridium tetani. Under moist heat, you had autoclave. Autoclave का something high temperature, Sterothermophilus. Filtration, something minute, Brevendimonas diminuta and Serratia. Radiation, P ka R, Bacillus, pumilis. We are going to make that table very soon, but jaldi se identify one spotter for me because it is one of the examiner's favorite. Quick one-liners, let's see how much you have identified. Ye kya hai? What is this? This weird looking thing. This was a seeds filter. Do you use it? No. Why don't you use it? Because it is carcinogenic. Good. Tell me, what is the control for filtration? Chota filtration. What are you going to do? Chota organism, ma'am. Brevendimonas diminuta. Next one. The incorrect combination of temperature is mentioned for. This is interesting. So tell me, autoclave 121 degree, 15 minutes, 15 psi. Bilkul theek. Tyndallization 100 degree. So at 100 degree kya tha? At 100 degree boiling, tyndallization. Bilkul 100 degree. And I told you T20. 120, 120, 120. Bilkul theek. Inspissation. IPL. below 100, yes, it was 80-20, 80-20, 80-20, and 20 का 30 कर दिया चलेगा, so 80-20, 80-20, 80-20. Holder's method of pasteurization, 72 degree. No, I know Holder's method was 6330, 63 degree, 30 minutes. The flash method was 7220, 72 degree and 20 seconds. So this then happens to be the incorrect combination. Let's pick up one more. What is incineration done for? I told you, it's in your hospital, all the human and hospital waste parts go into it. So that is what incineration is done for. Let's move on to the next. Anything greasy, powdery, waxy, jelly, all makeup products, greasy, waxy, powdery, jelly, and paraffin wax, all of that goes where, guys? I told you it goes into the hot air oven. Hot air oven is going to be a type of which sterilization? It is a dry heat sterilization. Picking up the next, another question. All PYQs I'm doing. What is the method of choice of sterilization of liquid paraffin? Liquid paraffin, all waxy, greasy, oily, powdery, all of them are going to go into the hot air oven. Let's pick up one more question. Pasteurization of milk is done at, ma'am, दो options हैं यहाँ तो 6330 minutes or 7220 seconds, and the first option only I can see 6330 minutes. Bilkul correct. Don't want to read the rest and confuse myself. Last one, cold sterilization is done by their favorite most PYQ. Right now I said कि जो ionizing radiation होता है, like the X-rays, the gamma rays, the cosmic rays, they are all examples of cold sterilization. So ionizing radiation, yes, I see that as an option over here. Definitely. बाकी सब देखो, do ultraviolet light and infrared light? Of course, yes, they are non-ionizing radiations. They definitely increase the temperature. UV light and ultraviolet light and infrared light to increase the temperature. Now, yes. And this, I don't think I need to tell you that steam for obvious reasons will increase the temperature. They ask me cold. Cold mein only ionizing radiation is possible. Yes, on that note, we have wrapped up all of our physical methods. Now we are going to move forward.